This is truly a difficult boss if you do it the quote-unquote correct way. Now, regardless, you want to have MP. Now, you don't need the Spirit Wand to cheese this guy to death. You just need 5 MP. If you have 1 MP and 1 MP restorative when you walk into this fight, it only takes 5 castings of the Fire Book to instantly win this fight. So if you're having a hard time against it, that's the easiest way to see the ending, even if you don't have the Spirit Wand. Okay. Regardless, you're going to want to use the Fire Book at least once, and I'll show you why. Okay. He takes an absurd amount of damage from fire, both the Fire Book and the Fire Wand. He actually takes more damage from the Fire Wand than he does the Holy Sword. Okay? They do the same amount of... The Fire Wand does 1 more HP of damage than the Holy Sword for a total of like 4 hits. I think that a regular charge shot is 1, and then not a charge shot, just a regular shot is 1 for both the Holy Sword and the Fire Wand, and then it's 2 for the Holy Sword with Olga's Ring, and 2. Regardless, the charge attack is 3 for the Holy Sword, 4 for the Fire Wand. It takes off a 4. This guy is another special case where he takes the same damage from every weapon. You can't stand back in the back, unfortunately, and peg him with your bow and arrow because he's up on a ramp. They were a little smarter than that. Alright. This guy has a couple attacks that you want to watch out for, namely his hands. His hands, if they pick you up, will do half of your HP instantly. You've lost 25 hit points. The eyeballs do one of 2 things. They'll either shoot little eye beams at you, and eye bullets. They'll shoot eye bullets, or they'll try and smash you. The hands will grab you or punch you. You want to kill the hands as soon as possible, and that's why I have the Fire Book equipped. Like I said, I have found no plausible way to fight him while trying to dodge those hands. None. It's just not possible. If you want a little more defense, then put your silver armlet on. I'm going to try Olga's Ring. The best way to do this, I found, is to kind of run in and run out. Don't be afraid to use your healing items as you're running out. This guy hits for a lot. I'm going to switch to the silver armlet, I think, actually. Try to fake the eyeballs out if you can. If you can get him in an attack animation and kind of... Yeah. The hands do come back. At which point, like I said, 5 Fire Book castings will kill him. But there is absolutely nothing you can do to fight with those hands. They're in the way, and they take too many hits to kill on their own, in my opinion. But if you didn't waste all of your healing items in the previous battle, you should be able to go toe-to-toe with him. See if you can last. This boss is really hard. It's a really good challenge boss. If you want to give yourself a nice challenge, fight him with no magic, don't even do what I'm doing and use it to kill the hands. Good luck with that. I mean, I tried for a long time to do that, and I wasn't able to. I'm unfortunately just not good enough. You know, save your MP to heal yourself with the Water Book. The Water Book and the Wind Book do not damage him. The Earth Book, I think, does a little damage. Fire Book does like an asinine amount of damage. There's actually a spot in the lower right corner that you can't be hit. Actually, I think it might be the top right corner. Anyway, one of the corners you can't get hit. So you can actually put your recovery ring on and stand over there, but you'll probably die of old age before it fills your 50 HP up. The way I like to do this is a nice compromise between cheesing him and actually doing actually having a fight is I just use the fire book whenever his hands come back. This is the best way I found. This little maneuver here, you kind of do it like a circular maneuver. Fakes the eyeballs out, if you see. Although it doesn't always work, and it tends to waste a lot of time for the hands to come back, which is bad. So, oh shit. I'm not worried about taking that last hit because I have my Wonder Essence. Although, I think I'm going to use this. See if I can't get him dead before the hands reappear. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to. Let's see if I can't demonstrate them picking you up. Yeah, see? If they do that, you're dead. Alright. I think I demonstrated enough of a fight instead of just running up there and firebooking him to death. Curse you! You must burn his remains with the sacred fire. And what that means you gotta do is you got to come up and with your fire wand yes, but mortals do not harbor only darkness in their hearts. It's not that darkness exists in the hearts, it's man's ability to check his own darkness. And of course the place is coming down. And before we go, this is the end of the game. When I walk through here, the ending sequence will play. So I want to say a couple of words about the game before I do that. I really like this game. I think it is probably the best Zelda game that's not a Zelda game. If that makes any sense. The type of game that Zelda, the genre that Zelda created. This is definitely the best. I do have a couple of problems with it, mainly, most of them small gripes. For example, money is mostly useless, but that's really any Legend of Zelda type game. After a certain point, it doesn't matter how much money you get, there's really no need for it. After you've bought the items you need to spend your money on, well then money just sits there in your bank. I don't like the bastard moves that the game constantly pulls with the like every other Gilded Falcon being missable. I don't like the bastard moves the game pulls when you fail a particularly hard jump. Like, if you fail a hard jump, you have to go all the way back, around, and up, and through, and over again. You have to go over the hills and through the woods, and past grandmother's house to get back to where you were. I mean, you know, and there's a lot of the puzzles are like that too. Immediately into mine in Magiscar, there's that room with the torches you have to pick up, and there's 4 torches and a room of spikes. Okay, and you have to do these series of jumps. Well, if you miss one set of jumps, you drop the torch is destroyed. You have to exit the room and enter it again, and you have to light whatever torches you did before. You lit 3 out of 4 torches, screwed up the 4th one? Well, I'm sorry, buddy, you're back to square one. Those are my gripes for the game. That, and I have kind of a problem with, like, judging the distance on the sword. I don't know. It's a little weird to me. The distances in this game don't seem equal. Left to right doesn't seem equal to up and down. If that makes any sense, you'd probably understand more if you played the game and like tried to control it. I don't like how the game freezes you for a second when you attack. There's a bit of lag for when you get to move again, and then the last thing about this game is that the controls are really tight. I love this game. Don't get me wrong. I love this game. So the controls are really tight, but some of the jumping, I don't know. They seemed like they wanted you to know that you could. Okay, the ledge ends here, but you could walk a whole extra foot length from the edge of a ledge, and they seem to want you to know that to make difficult jumps, and that can throw you off when you transition from the point where the jumps are easy to where the jumps start to get more difficult, because you're trying to make it from the ledge when you can actually go further. I had some trouble with that about mid-game, although I seem to have gotten a little better at it. Most of the jumping problems I had were with my D-pad. And like I'm holding left, and then it's a 360 style D-pad if you've ever seen a 360 controller. So that's why I'll be holding left, and just the style of D-pad tends to make it tilt up, you know. They're not buttons, it's on basically its own little D-stick. It's basically its own little stick. Anyway, those are my gripes for the game. The game is really responsive controls, has a really well-written story. It's an adult story, which I like. I don't like games where the hero always wins. And this is a classic tell that. This is a very bittersweet game. And I really love it. And I'm going to stop talking now, so you guys can enjoy the ending sequence. And if I think of anything else to say, I'll say it after the credits, because there's a spectacularly good song that plays during the credit sequence. So I want you guys to sit back and enjoy this long-earned credit sequence. And you're going to hear a slight pop as I unplug my microphone. And I'll see you guys next Let's Play. Bye!